Welcome, welcome, welcome to the home of Black Titanic. Yes, welcome. Yes, home of Black Titanic. Yes, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. Yes, it's Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. Yes. Today we're going to be talking about Tisha Scott interview with Mr. Richie Sykes. Yeah, she said that someone paid her. Someone was paying someone to say that her husband was cheating on her. Yeah. Let me put up my disclaimer. I just want to say everything is allegedly on this channel. Everything is allegedly. Hi, Linda J. Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising. Everything is allegedly on this channel for entertainment and educational purposes and fair use. Yes, then put my disclaimer up before I forget. Yeah. Everything is allegedly on this channel for educational and entertainment purposes and fair use. Yes. Hi. Oh, excuse me. Nosy Rosie Graham. Oh, sorry, y'all. Oh, I got strangled. Grand Rising. Nosy Rosie Graham and Linda J. Yeah, put the disclaimer back up. Yeah, this is my disclaimer, y'all. Everything is allegedly entertainment and educational purposes. Oh, yeah. Y'all know today we're going to be looking at part two of the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. The Second Amendment says that all Americans should have the right to bear arms and without infringement. But in our community, we see that we have a lot of infringements. Trying to bear arms, oftentimes that lead to death of our loved ones. That is the number one excuses that cops give. I thought he had a gun if they were black. Yeah, look at Kyle Rittenhouse. He was walking down the street, just walking down the street, just carrying that gun, just like this, walking down the street, y'all. They didn't even stop that white boy. They didn't even see it as a threat. Yeah, if a European got a gun, that means that, they're there to protect. They're there to protect. That's what Kyle Rittenhouse said. He wanted to go down there and protect. Yeah, and help save lives, but he went down there and murdered. So, do the Second Amendment apply the same way to us? No, no way. No. Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising. Grand Rising. We're going to get started, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I'm so glad to see you guys. I didn't think nobody was going to be over here because when I turned my live on, I saw December Silver was live. And y'all know, y'all know that sister is bad. That sister right there put some good content. So I said, oh, Lord, I got to go on anyway because I got to do something different. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Lady J and Nosy Rosie Graham. Thank y'all for being here. So let's get started. We're gonna start off with Tisha Scott, y'all. Tisha Scott being interviewed with Richard, and she say that we were paid. That somebody paid to say that her husband was cheating on her. Also, she addresses colorism. We're going to address that today too, and how it affects our children, colorism. And we'll talk about the Second Amendment. Also, we're going to address vagrancy. Vagrancy was passed like in the 1800s when they said that was right after the Civil War. And they had all these free slaves. So they had to think of a law to put them back in slavery. So they wrote a law called vagrancy. No black people cannot assemble or congregate, right? If they stand in idle, they can be punished. Only way they don't get punished if they got some white person with them overseeing them. But vagrancy is you cannot congregate. You cannot stand idle. It was a law against black people doing that. And today it has led to what? Racial profiling. Yeah, that's how racial profiling is. They suspicious of you when they stop you. Be a bunch of black guys or just black people in general just standing up there. They just suspicious. Yeah, vagrancy. If you stand in idle or you're not allowed to congregate. That was back in the 1800s, and it's been translated to racial profiling today. Okay, let's get on. Let me get started. Go to my Facebook. Get started with Tisha Scott. Lord, she and her mama just alike. I could see a whole lot of wonder in this girl. So today, on this segment, we're going to be talking about pathological liars. And I'm going to start with Tisha Scott because in the beginning, they said that Tisha Scott was a stay-at-home mom. That's how they sold it to the public. She was a stay-at-home mother. And now we find out on Richie Sykes, D.L. Richard Sykes, that's his name, Sykes. Yeah, him, when she had that interview with him, that she been working all the time. She never been a stay-at-home mother. We're talking about being a pathological liar. So I'm talking about at this point right now where you are on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now you all of a sudden you popped up and you had graduated and got your master's degree. So how are you a stay-at-home mom if you're a student? That's not being no stay-at-home mom. You in school. That's not being no stay-at-home mom. And then you said you were working. Y'all had all this property that you was managing and overseeing. So we're talking about a pathological liar then. You lying. Because right now you saying that you've been working all the time. Y'all came on as this couple where you was this little innocent little stay-at-home person. And your husband was the dominated person that go out and get the bread and butter while you stay home. That was how they came. Hello, Miss Watson. Did you see we're picking out names for the third set of twins this morning? I'm confused. I don't know who you're talking about. Somebody picking out names for twins? I don't know. Anyhow, let me just go on and start with Tisha Scott. Colorism. They pay people to say my husband cheated. We're going to start with her work ethic. This topic is about pathological liars. Yeah, because she came on. They told us that she was a stay-at-home mom, and we found out that they've been lying all the time. That Tisha been working all the time, y'all. But anyway, this is about Tisha Scott, pathological lying and colorism. Yes. When Marsau put my resume out, people were like, man, I didn't know she did all those things. I don't like talking about myself. I feel like it's kind of bragging, and I don't like to do that. I just feel like you just do it. You just work hard and you do what you got to do. So, Tisha, I'm like that, but I got to tell you something. Oh, this is the Richie Scott, DJ Richie Scott, y'all. It was one of the things that ended up leading me to pursuing my real estate license. Was finding out that you had your broker's license, right? Yes. Yeah. It is. And I know a lot of times we, specifically as Black people, we tend to think like this. Like, we don't want to come off as bragging.
Right. Sometimes the things that you are doing are an inspiration to other people, and that's why I really want you to talk about some of the things that you have going on. Okay, yeah. So, let's get into it. So, it is so funny because when Love and Marriage Huntsville started, you guys saw me in the very beginning talking to Marcel about this. And I've been a stay-at-home mom for, it was around 5 years at that time. And I'm like, I need to do something else. Because for me, I'm so used to doing. But what I didn't say on there was, although I was a stay-at-home mom, I was also the property manager for our apartment complex. We had a 90-unit apartment complex and a 12-unit apartment complex and 4 rental homes. So I was the property manager for all of those properties. And I'm like, I need to get my real estate license because
Listen, y'all hear that? I was a stay-at-home mom. And then after next month, she said, I worked it. I was running this property. Pathological liar. Let's keep going.
To learn more about the real estate game, not just the investment side, but also, the educational side of it as well. And so I got my real estate license. Then I enrolled in Auburn University in their master's in real estate development program. So that's when I earned my second master's, because my first master's, I have an MBA in finance.
So she's not a stay-at-home mom. She's been in school too, y'all. She's been going to college. She's been working. She's been doing what most Black women do. They get out there and they work and they go to school. But the problem is that they lied. They said that this woman never worked. They are a pathological liar. That's how they came in on the show. Now they want to switch it up and say, well, I've been working all the time. I was running properties and I was in college at the same time. So this has never been a stay-at-home mom. Yeah. Hi, Miss Griffin. Annette Griffin. Hello, Grand Rising. Miss Watson, Grand Rising. Nosy Rosie Grand Rising. Lady J, Grand Rising. And that's right, Annette. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. So did y'all hear that? She said that she started off with the show telling everybody for 5 years. That's how they started off with the show, lying. That for 5 years she is a stay-at-home mom. And that's what they gave the audience to us, that they were a stay-at-home, that she was a stay-at-mom home. We're talking about all these people on Love and Marriage Huntsville are pathological liars. Let's just keep going now. We're still going. What did she say right here? This is what Tisha They paid me to say my husband was cheating. Pathological liar. Remember, everything is allegedly on this channel. Now, I do know that Mel said that, she wrote that this boy had told, wait a minute, this boy. Martell had told or wrote Tisha about who? Close the door, I'm on live. He told the name of the person. I don't care, close the door. And then also, Kiki would tell you that before the show, that the rumors was out. Now, Miss Wanda started this rumor now. And trust what you guys have built over the years. And we have a strong foundation. And there's no perfect marriage. But some of the things that they was throwing at us, I haven't dealt with it. And I felt like it was a distraction because I really wanted to talk about, some of the things we really did have to overcome within our relationship and our marriage. But infidelity wasn't one of them, So I'm like, it just wasn't my case. And then once I started having people come to me, it was like, we've been offered money to come on the show and say we stuck with your husband. I was like, oh my God. Like, this is, yeah. I was like, this is crazy. Like, people are really offering you money to come on this show and lie. So at that point, I was like, forget it. It's a lie. Like, now I don't believe anything. Okay, Tisha, it's okay. Nobody don't care if you stay with your man. Really. Nobody care. You stay with your man. But you don't have to get up here and lie. You don't have to get up here and lie, girl. your mama's kid. Look at that. That's her mama child. That's one of the child, y'all. They pathological liars. All of them. Yeah, let's address all these pathological liars on Love and Married Huntsville. Tisha said that Tisha say, let's just start with this last lie. She said that, okay, she probably never caught her husband cheating, okay? We'll give her that, right? But one thing that I know she lying about, she said that she had never even heard, not heard nothing about her husband cheating. Not even heard about it. Now I'll go along with you. You didn't cheat, but according to your family member, when y'all had the meetings, right? Your family member, even Keisha said that the allegation was out way before you even started Love and Marriage Huntsville. That you Tisha, that's why you got mad with Kiki. Because Kiki said that those allegations was out there and you guys had talked about marsau cheating on you. Now, I'm not saying marsau cheating on you. I'm talking about addressing the pathological liar. This is what we're talking about. I ain't trying to prove that he messed around on her or not. I don't even care because she don't seem to care. But we're talking about pathological liars. So you guys lied to the public when y'all first got in there. Now you trying to keep this lie up that you have never heard. I mean, heard in your ear. It ain't never come across your ear that you have heard that your man was messing around on you. Next, I saw that text. I didn't see the text, but I should have put it up. Mel said that marsau texted you, told you about the woman and named the woman that marsau was messing around. Yeah. So you said you have never heard about it. Not even heard about it. That's what she's saying, y'all. Until the show. Pathological liar. Yeah. That's what she said she had never heard. And then you got all this beef for Mel now when it was your mama. We first heard it on this show from your mother. Wanda. Yeah. We're talking about pathological liars. Wanda started it. And then next time we heard it, it was from Martell. But you heard it. It went across your ears before. Pathological liars. So we also know, who else we know is a liar? Her mama. We're talking about pathological liar. Y'all remember when her mama said that she didn't even have no, her mother said that she didn't have no arrest record. Y'all remember that? Don't y'all? And then one that got mad at me when I posted that the girl had 8 criminal records. Y'all remember that? Liars, pathological liars. You know, I know people change their life. They change their life. That's once they get older and mature, which I commend her for that. But they still are pathological liars. Then marsau went back and doubled up on the lie. Now, one thing about pathological liars, they lie so much till they forget what they say, right? So then here it go. Marsau doubled up on the lie. Yeah, she had that baby. She got caught stealing, but she really wasn't stealing. The baby had the item, right? Pathological liars is what we dealing with. Y'all might have changed y'all criminal ways, but y'all still got a criminal mind. That deceitful mind to come and try to deceive the public. that this girl was not working, and we found out that this girl been working all the time, that this girl was not no stay-at-home mom. And we found out that, that this girl was a stay-at-home mom. Then we found you ain't no stay-at-home mom. Next thing we know, you graduating. You getting your master's degree. How you a stay-at-home mom and you graduating? You've been in college. Which I applaud your success, though, Tisha. I'm not knocking your success. That's not what I'm here for. I'm just going to details of you and everybody on love and marriage being a pathological liar. They said, let me tell y'all what's the signs of a pathological liar. The first sign they say is when they tell you a story and the story is bizarre. That's a sign of a pathological liar. For example, her husband, Marsau. Marsau said, hey, he went to Africa. Yeah. But to us, people, normal people, this sounds strange, right? The story behind Marsau going to Africa sounds bizarre to us because why? He abandoned his family. He left his family. Didn't even let the wife know until the last minute. Do y'all know all the details it takes to all the preparation it takes to travel to another country as far as Africa? You got to get your passport. There's a process to do that. You have to go through a process. Yeah. So that story that her husband told to us sound bizarre, right? That he had went to Africa, and then what was bizarre about it is the family dynamic surrounding him going to Africa, right? So that's what they say when compulsive people lie. They lies sound bizarre. We be like, oh, now hold on, wait a minute, that just don't sound right. That's just how I do. Now we're going to say the stories that pathological liars be telling you. It sound unbelievable, and you're in denial. So they make up stories to fit their moral character, right? So according to Tisha, all of her identity is tied up in being married. This her way out. She been raised up in the project. She had this hood mother that was in the streets. They say shoplifting allegedly. I can imagine that brought a lot of embarrassment to Tisha, Miss Wanda did growing up allegedly. If I was a little girl, it would be that my mama was using all the little young kids in the neighborhood to boost for her. Allegedly, that's what they say, allegedly, right? So what you gonna do? You're gonna grow up and you're gonna be in denial about what's really going on in front of you. You got this make-believe world. I got this perfect marriage. Yes, all my identity is tied up in my marriage. So I make up all these unbelievable stories about my perfect marriage. Look at Mel. Mel done divorced her husband. So I'm better than Mel. So what I do, I just stick that knife right in her chest and just dig that knife right on in of everything you went through your divorce, all the infidelity, all of that your husband put you through. Mel, all of that, I gotta make fun of you now. Why? Because it makes my marriage looks good. I have never heard nobody say that my man was cheating. Yeah, you done made up the lie so much till you believe it. And then another thing about you, Tisha, you say the same old thing over and over every interview. There is nothing different about no interview that you get. You always lead up to the same old thing. Well, I've been married for 15 to 16 years. That's what she gonna tell y'all, because that's where her identity is. Yeah, I've been married. This is her story. Everywhere she go, she have nothing new or nothing different to say. So everybody is listening to your story when you be lying. We're talking about compulsive liar. You're gonna say, "No way, no way! You never heard about your man cheating. Shit, I done heard about him cheating, and I don't even know him." Oh, yes. And then we talk about the other. You talk about the other cast. Remember Destiny? She's a liar too, y'all. Remember Destiny? She came on the scene in her story, she said that her husband was a deadbeat dad. That's what Destiny said. And we found out that the man had custody, full custody of his son. Yeah, she told me he was a deadbeat dad. I was feeling sorry for Destiny. Y'all know these are pathological liars coming on this TV show to make up stuff. Y'all remember that when she first came on, LeBarrett was foul to her. Talking about pathological liars. I'm on Destiny now. Destiny gonna say, well, LeBarrett wouldn't even wash the baby while she take a shower. Yeah. And then she was so destitute she had to get on welfare. Yeah, then we find out, you do your research, we find out the girl was talking about she had got a PPP loan. What's that, a business loan for small business people? We find out that LeBarrett was not a deadbeat dad, that LeBarrett had full custody of the child. We found out that LeBarrett was a better man than Martell was when he divorced her. He paid the mortgage up for a whole year. A whole year for this girl. This girl had a whole year not to lose that house. She had a whole year to hustle and keep that house. And then we found out that she lied about Mel. Pathological liars. All of them on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Then we found out Destiny. Here she goes. Mel got to find out on that reunion that, they friendship is gone bad. She up there on the reunion. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She don't contact me anymore. She acting all funny, talking about Mel. Yeah, Mel not been a good friend. She going all on the internet. Mel not been a good friend. Mel let her talk. Then she said, well, yeah, Mel blocked my coins. So we find out the girl is lying. That Mel done helping her pay her bills. Mel helping her with her divorce, trying to get her custody of her kids back. And then Mel never did block her bag. She on there, she's so pissed, rolling her eyes at Mel, looking like the devil itself. That's what she look at when she look at Mel with all that hatred. Talking about some Mel had told her friend, had blocked her bag with her friend. Male friends get up and say it's a lie. Especially Stormy. Stormy told her, yeah, she wanted Stormy to give her some money. What they call it sponsorship. But Stormy was a smart businesswoman, and the other lady too. They are businesswomen, and at that time, they could not take no chance with you, Destiny. It had nothing to do with it has them sowing seed in your business or giving you a loan had nothing to do with Mel. Got something to do with you. We already see you don't like to pay nobody. Yeah, you got your staff in there. The little young girl that I went in there, when you finally went in there, in May, your store was open. That's when I went in that store. That last time I saw it was open in May, y'all. That last time I saw her store open. It might have been open since then, but that's the last time I saw it open. Yeah, so I went in there, the little girl, look, now she's a young lady, beautiful young lady, greeted us. She was real friendly, yeah. But then to come find out, Destiny not paying her employees. Yeah. Yeah, that's why nobody don't want to deal with you. How am I gonna give you a loan for thousands or $1 million, invest in your company, knowing that you ain't gonna pay me back? You ain't gonna pay nobody back. Now, who's the next liar on the show? Martell. Oh Lord, he the king. He the king of life. Talking about pathological liars on this show now, y'all. Y'all know Martell is a liar. I ain't even got to go through that. So you got Martell is the pathological liar. Then you got marsau. Now I'm tell y'all about marsau, y'all, what I saw. Dr. Francis was talking to this man, or his wife was talking to him about going on counseling to that retreat. Marsau looked at his wife and said, no, Dr. Francis is going to make you a better wife, not me. In other words, Dr. Francis is a liar. Ain't that wrong with me? That's what Marsau saying. You don't want to need help to be a better wife. Ain't that some? She need to be a better wife, but he need to stay like he is. Marsau don't want her going to counseling because Dr. Francis would, spark some in that girl mind. This is not freedom that you have. It's like you in prison with this man. You don't even have freedom of speech with this man. Did y'all see how Marsau came and interrupted that girl interview? In other words, he was letting her know that don't say nothing. You ain't got no business saying. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, when they lying so much, they can't remember all the details they done told you. So now they got to go backpedal on what they said. So that's why we seeing Tisha backpedaling now. Oh yeah, I told y'all I was a stay-at-home mom, but I didn't mention to y'all that I was working. I was managing all these properties and in college. Yeah, they got the backpedal on what they say. And then they also said that the pathological liar, they got to think on their feet real fast, right? To cover up everything. Just like when they were saying that this girl had a record. At the one time, it was just that one, they just saw one record out. Yeah. Said Keisha had one record. Wanda came on and told everybody that the girl didn't have no record. Right behind her, Marsau came and said it was the baby. The baby was in the stroller. Well, supposed to be the baby still, and her son was in the stroller. But what I'm saying is that they have to think of something to keep covering up their lies. That's what they have to do, y'all. That's what they have to do. Keep covering up their lies. Yeah. Tisha, my man has never cheated on me. I hadn't even heard that my man is cheating on me. Whoa, until this show. Till the show now. Yeah, pathological lying. Yeah, and then you got to lie. She all got to lie to her husband to get her. Tisha have to lie to her husband to get him to participate in a lot of stuff. Y'all see that on that show. She gonna call it just withholding information. But anyway, because even Marsau said, hey, I didn't know this was going to be a counseling when he got there, on this little interview. Yeah, she just told him they were going on a couple's retreat, but she didn't tell him all the details, right? Just withholding. So another liar on that show is Monica. Don't forget Monica, y'all. She on that show lying too. Her big lie is that she is very unethical, sleeping with her client. They first got on that show. That girl ain't never heard my tale, ain't never had no kind of relationship. Martell put her on the show like as if this was a little older, like a big sister type of thing that he could look up to. Now I got to tell y'all something about Monica. Coleslaw got the side chick award, but she the real side chick. She been longer than damn Coleslaw. Yeah, y'all. Monica been around longer than Coleslaw since they were teenagers. Yeah, we're talking about pathological liars. And guess who? All of them teamed up to help Martell stay in his lie. To help Martell stay in his lie about cheating when he was cheating with Coleslaw. But come to find out, later on, Tisha knew all the time about him cheating on with that girl. They all laughing in Mel's face, and they all know that this man is cheating on this woman. Mm-hmm. Marsau even taking money over there to the girl, paying her bills for him. And you mean to tell me that you guys are looking in Mel's face every day, along with Monica, eating, eating with her, going out on trips with her. Monica planning wedding invitation, and all y'all backstabbing this woman. All of y'all are liars. Now let me get through. We're through with the pathological liars, because that's what they are. We need a new show. We need not new cast members. What we need. Okay, let's see what y'all saying over here. Hi, Greta Lee. Hi. I think both the Scott brothers are cheaters. Yeah, we're dealing with liars, y'all. This ain't something we making now. We seeing this with our own eyes, how they come up on this show and lie. This girl talking about she was a stay-at-home mom, and now we find out she been working all the time. Yeah. Yeah, this girl talking about, oh yeah, I never heard it until the show. And then we looking at the show now. We already saw Kiki and told her that the rumor was out even before the show. Oh my God, all these liars, and even Destiny is just the worst. She just the worstest too. Destiny and Coleslaw act just alike when it comes to Martell. They're going to protect Martell. They're going to laugh on him. They're going to cover up on him. All these liars. Nosy Rosa Graham said, also, Oma, when you lie, you have to keep lying. Yeah, you got to keep covering up. That, let me tell y'all something. When Wanda was after me about posting those criminal records, and the reason it got so big because they kept coming on trying to cover up one lie after next about their criminal history. They kept on coming, trying to cover up all their lies. They'll tell one lie, and then a blogger pull something up and show them where they're lying. Then they got mad at me because I pulled up something. I don't know why they target me. Y'all know everybody on that show. Just about everybody on the bloggers was showing them mugshot, but for some reason they target me. Anyway, that's okay. I got through that. But they're pathological liars. That's what they are. All of them pathological liars. You cover up one, you got to go to one, and then you got to keep selling one. You got to tell one lie to keep on covering up for that lie. You sure right, Rosie Graham. Nosy Rosie Grant, and Linda Jack. Hey, girl. Yeah. Okay, let me go back to my Facebook. Go back to the Facebook. Let's keep going. Now we're talking about colorism. You got this little chocolate girl growing up in a home with a mother. Now, first thing Wanda did when she attacked me was my ethnic look. Called me black and ugly and big nose and big lips. I'm just saying this because we're talking about another chocolate woman calling me black and ugly, right? So now her daughter is growing up in the middle of this. Her daughter, and then I got a thing of her little niece too, that the niece done bleached her face to look like Michael Jackson. Yeah. So we're talking about colorism now. We're on a different subject. Tisha is feeling very, very, very with low self-esteem because her chocolate thing, and then she don't have a mother that would instill that her ethnic look is beautiful, or even instill any type of black history in her so she can feel good about herself. Now, when I was growing up in Bessemer, Alabama, I'm glad I left that place. They used to take all that stuff on my face, and then all the elder women. And I find ask, what did y'all put on my face? They said something to make you lighter because you too dark. And I was so upset. I rebelled because I kept looking in the mirror. I couldn't see nothing wrong with my beautiful chocolate skin. I couldn't see nothing wrong with my ethnic look. But let's just show you that some kids, they internalize this. And then they grow up Their self-esteem is low, and they hate their skin color. Okay, let's go. This is the Tisha Scott now. Colorism. So in this colorism, I do know in Bessemer, Alabama, man, a lot of them self-esteem is very low, as you can see. Tisha cousin, bleached her skin. Oh, self-hatred. But anyway, she's talking about colorism. I do know that one of the things that Wanda did when she attacked me was my color. She called me black and ugly. She attacked my ethnic look. Wanda did. So she then grew up with a complex about her color.
We deal with our skin and people telling us, oh, you're not pretty enough, or oh my God, you're so pretty to be a brown girl. I used to hear that a lot growing up. And so I wrote this journal, and it's called I'm Enough. And I just want to speak to young girls between the age group of 7th to 9th grade, and just it's affirmation in there telling them that you're enough, you're beautiful. We have to look ourselves in the mirror and tell ourselves this all the time. So it's a lot of things, I have done and I'm still doing. I just believe in, working hard and making things happen. I write my goals down and then I go check them off. So what I like about it is that you are about the execution and not necessarily.
So she's growing up in a home with her mother, a mom that does not value education, especially Black history. So Linda J says somebody planned that trip for him. His wife obviously did. Yeah, she talking about this marsau trip to Africa. Linda J also said colorism is really what is wrong with Tisha. She's jealous and intimidated by light-skinned male. Wanda did that to her. Yes. So let's keep it going. Let me show you what a cousin looked like. Y'all, this is scary. This is serious. Yeah. Today we're talking about being colorblind and how this is her cousin. This Wanda niece, y'all. Look at this. Children to be colorblind. Colorism. They grow up, they hate the skin they're in. They got society telling them that being white, anything other than black, is more beautiful than you. You're looking at Miss Wanda niece.
Oh, who reposted it? I'm not the one. Hold on, what? Okay, let's not be mean here, guys. Okay, let's keep this a friendly live. Because my auntie is right here. Okay, I have my auntie right here. I do not like how you guys literally just reported her live. Live. Where is Wanda? What's happening here? We just want to see Wanda.
So as you can see, this is the results of teaching your child to be colorblind, y'all. I mean it. She obviously has some kind of problem with being black. She does not like her skin color. I didn't want to go too hard on her because it reminded me of when I was staying in Bessemer, Alabama as a little girl. The women's around there would make me, this coming from generational viewpoint, you guys, would make me bleach my skin, and I couldn't see nothing wrong with my beautiful black skin when I looked in the mirror or my ethnic look. But this girl right here is truly a victim of that. Of those adults.
Where's Wanda? We love her. Oh no. Well, if you guys love her,
I don't know, just a girl or a man. I don't know,
you guys report it.
I'm not trying to.
If you love her, I hated it. Yeah, I tried to tell my auntie that. She's right here. I have her. I got her. I got her right here. Okay. It's giving hat. It's giving hat. Listen, who is this woman? I'm not. No, I'm her niece.
I find child, we have a problem with most of the people that are colorblind. They will get, you can elect them in office, they won't do a damn thing for black people, y'all, because their main things is being assimilated into the Euro world, not to make Euro uncomfortable. So they won't pass any laws that will help black people or benefit you. I always find another problem growing up and in the movement on the ground. The colorblind people are the one that's going to oppose civil rights. The colorblind people were the most blacks that will fight against you when it comes to human rights. I mean, the right for black people to get justice in this system. You will hear the colorblind people stepping up, coming to their master rescue. I don't see colors. That's what you say, but you're not dealing with facts. Ain't no such thing as no colorblind world. God dog it.
Eve, I'm not hacking her page. Best one in house, period. Okay, DTO. That's.
Y'all hear what she say? Bessemer, Alabama in the house. Yeah, them people down there ought to be ashamed of themselves. That I don't know whether I'm not trying to, make fun of her. I don't know what to say. I don't know if that's a girl or a man or what, but I'm not trying to make fun of nobody. But this is colorism, the results of colorism. People still saying, yeah, I don't see color. I'm colorblind. Do y'all know that that's very, very dangerous to a child when you don't deal with facts? The world is not like that, y'all. There ain't no such thing as no colorblind world. I only hear that from black folks. Yeah, I'm colorblind by the content of the character. No, it ain't no such thing. And then you got to teach it to your children, teach facts to your children. But Rosa Graham said, Omar, that's right. You are a beautiful black woman. I come from down south. Too, I'm so blessed. My mother teach me to love my dark skin. Yeah, and I'm gonna show y'all the results of not teaching that to your children. Y'all know I don't allow my grandkids and all of them when they young, they cannot bring white dolls or white nothing in my house, not even t-shirts. Because I realized that when I was growing up, what that did to me psychologically, it's just that, I had grandparents that was constantly in my ear teaching me. But the children start looking, you from the first grade on, when they go to school, they're reading about these people being better than they are. They're reading about these people being superior than they are. And then when they go in their home, they seeing the same thing on TV. And then you buying all these dolls, white Superman. So the kids internalize that, oh no, I don't like my color. There's no such thing as being colorblind, and there's nothing wrong with you loving who you are. I don't even care if you're white. You can love yourself for being white. You black, you need to love yourself. But Miss Tondalia Walter Hughes, they're bleaching. Look at her before pictures and look at Letitia in the beginning of the show. It's a girl just bleached and bad wig. Yeah, that's Lakeisha's cousin. That's Wanda. She was over Wanda's house, y'all. At first, they thought that Wanda computer had been hatched or something, but Wanda got on later on and just addressed her beautiful niece. Later, Jay said, I couldn't tell if it was a male or female, but my heart went out to her for bleaching her skin like that. Black is beautiful, whatever shade it is. And that's why I like y'all. Y'all my co-hosts. I couldn't think of a better information to give to that young girl. Yes. So let's keep going. Now let's find out when you're teaching your children to be color. Let me finish this.
You have to just choose one. And one was a princess. Which one would you choose?
This about she's talking to, wait a minute, let me start it. Right here is when she's talking to little kids about playing with dolls, and they're picking. Hold it, let me tell y'all what's going on. I'm finna go into this doll test where our children, as they say, as young as 3 years old, they see colors. You got to deal with facts. You can't deal with, we shall overcome. If I just try to assimilate and say I'm equal to you, the world gonna be all right. The world not gonna be all right like that. You got to teach your children the facts. Yeah, you may feel like you equal, but society don't teach you like that. Society look at your skin color to determine who you are, where you going, and how far you gonna get in life. Yeah. But anyway, this is about look. I'm finna show y'all the segment about parents not teaching kids their skin color and why it's so dangerous to have these white uh, dolls and action figures in your house before you train your own children. You have to teach your own children first, and then they can go out in the world and then and embrace other culture. But anyhow, I'm gonna keep it going. And y'all noticed the first thing that Wanda did was attack my skin color and my ethnic look. That's what Wanda did when she came after me. Let's see what's going on. Commercial is built for mobile business owners ready for the next. Featuring all the next innovations now. All right, you guys. It's coming from Generational Point of View. Generational Viewpoints. I'm Carolyn. Thank you guys for joining me today. Please go ahead and click that like button. So you guys, I don't know what's going on in Huntsville today, but I do know that Wanda was supposed to start her YouTube page today, and she was supposed to go live at 6 o'clock. But for some reason, I cannot find the page. She went live on her Instagram, and her Instagram page got reported, I guess, numerous times. Well, her niece came on. Oh yeah, that was just showing y'all her niece, how just showing y'all how Wanda always attacking people color, calling them black and ugly, and how it has affected her niece. That's her niece sitting up there listening at that. Yeah. Her niece listening at that, and at least them bleached her skin. I feel sorry for that girl. I really do. I feel sorry for that young lady. That's so sad to see that. And y'all see all these celebrities. Y'all saw that girl on Love and Marriage Hip Hop, Carly Red, y'all. Carly Red done changed her looks. She look like a monster now, and the girl used to be so beautiful to me on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So these are the little children. Okay. This is the doll test, y'all, that they're gonna put these little black kids, and they're gonna talk to the black kids like which one is the prettiest, which one is the baddest, which one is the smarter. And at all times they're gonna pick the white doll. This come from all you people that say color don't matter. Yes, it do matter. You're hurting your own children. Yes, it do matter.
In Brown versus Board of Education, the famous case that desegregated schools in the 1950s, Dr. Kenneth Clark conducted a doll test with black children. He asked them to choose between a black doll and a white doll. In most instances, the majority of the children preferred the white doll. I decided to reconduct this test as Dr. Clark did to see how we've progressed since then. Can you show me the doll that you like best or that you'd like to play with? This one. I like that one. Okay. This one. That one? This one. I like to play with this. And can you show me the doll that is the nice doll? And why is that the nice doll? She's white. And can you show me the doll that looks bad? Okay. And can you give, and why does that look bad?
Because it's black.
And why do you think that's a nice doll?
Because she's white.
And can you give me the doll that looks like you? "15 out of the 21 children preferred the white doll."
Y'all see that? That is, you know what? That just been a neglectful parent to me. Because what you're doing is you're trying to assimilate those children. They say all those children, if you talk to their parents, they are the parents that are raising their children to be colorblind. You're raising your children to be colorblind, and then so you're raising them to be inferior. Because see, the rest of the races, they can go just sit down in school from the first grade on out. They superiority is being up front, right? Everything about them is superior. On down to when you're reading your Bible. They Jesus, the angels white, Jesus white, everybody white. And then you go home, your mama and your parents won't even be honest with you because they want you to assimilate. Won't even teach you about your beautiful chocolate skin because they want you to assimilate. Yeah. Ain't no such thing as no colorblind. We have to deal with facts. There's nothing wrong with teaching your children to love themselves first. Black first. We all supposed to be black first. Just like the rest of the races. You go in them Chinese store, all you see is Chinese people working in their store. You go in a Mexican restaurant, all you see is Mexican people working in their store. Why? Race first. Race first. They not on this we colorblind. No. They ain't gonna be colorblind to see they own brother hungry and they won't hire their brother. They'll hire another race over their brother. No, other races don't do that. It's detrimental to our children for you to raise your child to be colorblind. You have to deal with facts in this whole country. Now that doll test was all over the world, and every black kid all over the world picked a white doll that's the prettiest, picked a white doll that's the one that was the most superior one, and picked a white doll as who they wanted to be. All across the world they did that. It was the same results. Because it is our fault for your child to sit up there and not feel good about himself because you, as the parent, won't teach him about how rich his culture is and how beautiful he is. Okay, so I guess that's all I got. We did the doll test. And y'all saw the results of it would be a grown woman like Tisha cousin. That results right there was being a grown woman like Tisha cousin. You don't like your skin, you go bleach your skin. And y'all know I be watching sometime those Nigerian movies. Over there in Africa and all those rest of them islands, that bleaching is an epidemic. Yeah, all of them. They don't bleach so much till they look orange. They orange. It don't look right. And then, you may have the face may be orange, the neck may be yellow, the hands may be my color, black. It's something when you don't love yourself. All right, y'all. We finna go into the Black history. And I'm take y'all on another journey with me. Now, I got to explain this to you guys. This is not about racism. I mean, this is not about hating another race because usually when I go out on my tours or go out on these cases, a lot of Black people call me a racist. So now if I'm going out there to see about Breonna Taylor. Oh yeah, you're racist. They're not thinking about why I'm going. The fact is that they don't want these white people to feel uncomfortable. So what I'm doing today is we're going to go back to Louisiana with me. I'm following up on the Breonna Taylor case. We're doing that. I'm following up on Ahmaud Arbery case. And then I'm just going to take y'all on some of my tours with me. Okay? Okay, let's get started. See where I want to start at. Let's start with, and I want to tell y'all about, we're talking about the Second Amendment rights. We're still talking about that. Do Black people have the right to bear arms? Also, I talked about that the last time I was here, but now I'm adding on, it's called vagrancy. Vagrancy is just when vagrancy is back in the 1800s after the Civil War, they passed laws for Black people saying that they could not congregate, they could not stand idle unless a white person was with them, right? If I'm having this meeting, the only way it won't be unlawful is a white person standing up there with us while we having that meeting, right? But if ain't nobody white standing up with you while you having your little meetings of being idle or hanging out with your homeboys and girls, that is a law for you to go to jail. Yeah. They get free labor. They put you right on back in slavery, they say. Yeah. So that's what we're talking about, vagrancy. And how we were treated differently. I'm going through these different counties like Louisiana, Kentucky, and Atlanta. How they changed the laws once they start seeing, in fact, all these Black men coming through there with guns to try to get justice for these different victims. They decide they got to change the law. Yeah. So we're saying that the Second Amendment don't apply to us. Yeah, we don't have it. Let me just read to y'all what I'm finna do. I'm gonna read it and then I'm gonna show y'all videos. So we're talking about, let me go back to my Facebook. I keep losing everything. Y'all doing okay out there? Yeah, how y'all doing? So now I'm gonna talk about what Amendment 13 is. This is called Amendment 13. Amendment 13 said neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, right? Wait a minute, slavery and involuntary servitude is abolished, except for if you commit a crime. So you can go right back to prison. That's what they call incarceration. Now, how that leads into vagrancy is because they will charge Black people with crimes just for walking down the street. So it's still in the law now that slavery exists. So the new slavery is incarceration. It says that slavery been abolished except for punishment, except for incarceration. And we all know who the majority of the people is incarcerated, right? So that's what they say. Let's just read what vagrancy is. Hey. All freedmen, free Negroes. Yeah. Let me just hold that. I'm 18 years. Vagrancy laws. This vagrancy. Further enactment. All freedmen, free Negroes, and mulattoes in this state over the age of 18 years is found with no lawful employment or business, or found unlawfully assembling themselves together either in the day or night. And all white persons so assembling with free men, free Negroes, or mulatto are usually associated with freemen, free Negroes, or mulatto, or terms of equality, or living in adultery or fornication with a free woman or free Negro or mulatto shall be deemed vagrant, and on conviction thereof and imprisonment at the discretion of the court, the free Negro should not exceed thereof. So therefore, they're saying that we could not assemble in the age, just like 1860, y'all, under these laws and these Black codes, that we could not assemble unless a white person would be with around us, and it was against the law. Yeah. So that's why, though, it still exists today, you guys.
In this state over the age of 18 years.
So yeah, so what they're saying is that we don't have the right to assembly. That law was in 1850. So what do they say now? They see black people, it ain't nothing but racial profiling today. They'll pull over and say, you look suspicious. Or you have a white person call in, like the Elijah, this case right here. We're gonna go into the Elijah case. Elijah McCain. Yeah. Yeah, they still using it today. White people still using it today, y'all. They sure is. They using all this stuff today on us. They know their history and how they can get away with it. Yes, they do. Yeah, so let me find out Elijah McCain's story. Now, Elijah McCain, yeah, he was walking down. He went from the store. Do y'all remember that? The little boy was coming from the store. He was kind of mentally retarded, and they grabbed him and choked him, and then stuck him in a net with a tranquilizer, and he died. So we're gonna talk about. I'm going to Elijah first because that fits into this profiling that we say. Okay, Elijah, where you at? Oh boy, I got so much stuff on here. Yeah, that you know what? That case already bothered me. His name was Elijah McCain. That's what's his name. That case have always bothered me. Here he is, y'all. Elijah McCain. Yeah. So that law that I just read, that's what they were using. Black people don't have a right to be idle or assembly. Okay, so some white person called and said that this black man was walking down the road with a ski mask on, and it was in where's this at? Oh, Colorado is where it was at. But his mom said he always covered up because he was anemic. Let's get to this profiling right here. This vagrancy law. That's what they use right here to stop this black man.
My name is Shanine McLean. I am Elijah's mother. Shanine McLean never thought she'd be here. I honestly don't think my anger is going to change. I think I'm always going to have that same level of being pissed off. Smile! Nearly a year ago, her 23-year-old son Elijah right there. Died just days after police confronted him as he walked home from a convenience store.
My name's Elijah McLean. This is cold.
His family calls it excessive force. Officials called it justified. Elijah's case was closed, disappearing from headlines until now.
To be clear, I'm actually not just calling it assault, I'm calling this murder.
In the wake of George Floyd's death in police custody, protests have filled streets from coast to coast, even in Elijah's home state of Colorado. It hurts. Everybody's screaming names now, but I'm like, last year it would have made a big difference.
The George Floyd case was a game changer, and that opened up the door for questioning all sorts of stuff when it comes to law enforcement.
Now crowds are also chanting Elijah's name. This weekend, demonstrations shut down a highway in Colorado. Police used pepper spray to break up a peaceful vigil in his hometown.
The fact that it always takes a public struggle speaks to the failure of the system to provide swift justice. And for many people, justice delayed is, in fact, justice denied.
Hey. Oh, he was always an introvert. He was always one to observe.
No way, this is a luau party.
Shanine says Elijah channeled his shy nature by expressing himself through art. He loved knowledge. That's how he taught himself how to play the instruments, the violin. It was amazing to see him so enchanted with his own skill. By last year, McLean was working as a massage therapist. He had plans to go to college. Those who knew him described him as gentle. On the night of August 24th, 2019, Elijah went to a convenience store. You could see him in the store surveillance video wearing a ski mask, something his family says that he did because he had anemia, a blood condition that can make the person become cold easily. What McLean didn't know was that someone called 911 to report a suspicious person.
Okay.
A good person or a bad person?
Yeah. Were any weapons involved or mentioned?
No.
So are you or anyone else in danger right now?
No.
There was nothing about the 911 call that suggested that there was an urgent and violent situation that needed an urgent and violent response. Essentially, they reported a black guy who was outside.
As Elijah walked home, he was stopped by 3 Aurora police officers.
Your favorite, stop right there.
Nathan Woodyard, Jason Rosenblatt, and Randy Redeema.
Stop. 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 I have a right to stop you because you're being suspicious.
The officers immediately grab Elijah.
No, I am an introvert. Please respect the boundaries that I am speaking. Stop. Leave me alone.
No, we're gonna talk to you.
I started to rush me, and I was stopping my music to listen. Now let go of you.
Within moments, 2 of the officers' body cameras fall off. The 3rd camera captures a bit more of the struggle before it ends up in the grass. Civil rights attorney Mari Newman represents the McLean family.
There was absolutely no reason legally why the officers should have stopped him in the first place. They grabbed him, they tackled him, and they threw him to the ground.
Just 2 minutes into the video, you hear Elijah say 3 fateful words that have now become a national rallying cry.
Relax. Just relax. Relax.
I can't breathe. This is the same thing that Eric Garner said. This is the same thing that George Floyd would say. This refrain, I can't breathe, is not only a desperate cry for help, but it's a kind of request to allow some form of mercy and humane treatment in the midst of what becomes a death sequence.
The officers reported that 2 times they used a carotid restraint, more commonly known as a chokehold.
That's what I was doing. I was just going, oh.
He's begging for his life. He's saying things like, I'm a pacifist. I'm a vegetarian. I don't have guns. I don't do those kinds of things.
I don't judge people.
It's absolutely heart-wrenching listening to it.
The officers said Elijah resisted contact, and during the struggle, they claim he reached for one of the officers' guns. Dave Young is the district attorney covering the city of Aurora.
What I have to do is I have to look at the facts that are in front of me. I have to look at those facts as a police officer's perspective, because I know the investigations. I know the tragedy of this death to Mr. McLean and his family. But at the time, the officers knew nothing about Mr. McLean. All they knew is there was a 911 call. We need to investigate the suspicious person. They went to go do that, and things escalated to where we all know happened.
Look at this.
Eventually, the officers all recovered their fallen body cameras.
That's mine. Stop.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to do that. I can't breathe correctly because...
The McLean family believes the lack of clear body camera footage was intentional.
In the video, you can hear another officer who comes on the scene later picking up a body camera and tries to give it back to one of the officers. That officer says, "Get that away from me, dude."
Move your camera, dude.
So he's intentionally trying to stay off of the body camera as they inflict multiple different kinds of force on Elijah McLean.
When the EMTs arrived, they dosed the 140-pound Elijah with ketamine, a powerful sedative. After they loaded him into the ambulance, Elijah had a heart attack. He was rushed to the hospital and put on life support. Shanine says these photos show Elijah's physical injuries. Eventually, doctors declared him brain dead. 3 days later, he was taken off life support.
Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. That was a part of me. There's no way to put a Band-Aid on that. He's always going to be gone. So
yeah, so y'all see that? Did y'all see that? What they did to that boy? That was during the pandemic. They said August 2019, well, the pandemic was just right on the tail. It was during the pandemic and everybody was trying to get justice for him. But 3 things I caught in there. I caught where the vagrancy law, where they got him and said that he was suspicious. They used the vagrancy law right there. And then because he was walking idle by himself. That's part of vagrancy law. And then also what made them grab him was because one of the cops lied, talking about something. He grabbed the gun. He grabbed a gun. There you go. Black people don't have no rights to have no gun. No, we don't. We don't. But that case right there, that was right in the middle of pandemic also, y'all. Yeah. So why I did not go there. That was Colorado. But I was down there in Atlanta. Let me tell you, go down there in Atlanta. The right to assembly. We assembly down on the state capitol. Home of the Ku Klux Klansmen is where we were at. Down in Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, that's where we were at. The right to assembly. Now, let me tell you something. Like I was down there with, in fact, Rayshard Brooks had got killed. Yeah, he had got killed. Nobody went no attention on him at all. This is in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, y'all, we going to Atlanta, Georgia. Now, Atlanta, Georgia. Now, Rayshard Brooks just been killed. You got Ahmaud Arbery. The white man still free from when they done chased him down and murdered him. You got Breonna Taylor. You got Breonna Taylor now. Don't forget about her. You got her going on. You got the Castile, what's his name? Fernando Castile, the one that got shot in the car in front of his lady. All these cases going on during the pandemic, right? So now we're going to go, I'm going to take y'all to Atlanta, Georgia with me. We're still talking about vagrancy. Vagrancy, you don't have the right to assembly, right? You don't have the right to be idle, or else it's grounds that they can put you in jail because you're suspicious. Well, on this day, the cops came and they said, leave them people alone. There was too many of them. They had to scratch their head. Yeah. About 500 black men and women with guns. And so they were standing over there in the corner looking, but they said, leave them alone. It's too many of them. So we're going to go to get a Rayshard Brooks. Rayshard Brooks got shot in the back. That's what he did. I'm going to go to Atlanta, Georgia now. Yeah, that's in Atlanta, Georgia. He got shot in the back. But what happened was that his case went swift. After Impact and Grandmaster Jay went down there, they settled that case real quick. They sure did. And one reason is because of they had that mayor, Keisha Bottom. She was the mayor. She did not take that lightly, y'all. She didn't take that lightly. Yeah. So let me just see. I'm just going to show y'all when I'm done. Now, this is me, y'all. That's me right there. My kids say it look like I'm coming down the Soul Train line, but this is in Atlanta, Georgia. So what happened right there is that's the Rayshard Brooks case right there in Atlanta, Georgia, where the black man was shot in the back by the cops. And then they're going on the Ku Klux Klansman territory where a lot of blacks was being hung. Right there in Georgia, a lot of blacks was being hung. Yeah. And you got that right down there on Stone Mountain, Georgia, where we was at. That is the Ku Klux Klansman territory. And now it's a black area almost, but they have all the Ku Klux Klansmen been having their meetings up there since the early 60s. And if you go on top of that mountain, it's a monument of all them presidents up there. Yeah. Yeah, so that's where we were at, the home of the Ku Klux Klansmen in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where we were at. So I'm trying to get y'all the right to assembly. Do black people have a right to assembly? Yeah. All right, let's see. I'm just going to play which one I get first. I say a lot of parents is tired of burying their loved ones. We need justice for Rayshard Brooks and Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Pellerin, and many more. Second Amendment right. Grandmaster Jay. So right here, y'all, is when I get in line, and nobody don't want me to march with them. Woo! Let's go and have some fun. So they're marching up on the mountain, y'all. And nobody done wanted to tell me that I couldn't go. All the young girls in the line kept looking at me. And it was so funny because I knew they wanted to tell me, Mama, you can't make it up that hill. But they didn't know how to tell me, y'all. But I wasn't going up the hill for real, though. I was just walking to my car. But, yeah, that hill is very, very steep. And on top of that hill is where they had a lot of Ku Klux Klansmen's meeting, where they have a lot of killings right after those meetings. We have a lot of hangings. Anyway, you guys, but welcome to One of Grandma Tours. Just another day in my life out here in the streets fighting for the rights of our people. So anyhow, this is to Ozone. Yeah, y'all. Ozone is right out here with these guys. You're watching Impact, Leader Grandmaster J. You're actually watching history. Yeah, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know they getting in line to go up on that mountain to greet the Ku Klux Klansmen up there on that mountain, but they were looking at me like, Mama, you need to go somewhere and sit down. I could tell that all them little young girls didn't want me to think that I could make it up that hill with them, but they didn't want to tell me that. In my mind, I still think I'm a Black Panther. I'm a young Black Panther, so I think I could do it, y'all. I think I could climb that mountain with them young folks, boy. It was so funny. I knew they wanted to tell me I couldn't go. Finally, one of the girls on the line said, Mama, you think you can make it up that hill? I bust out and started laughing, y'all, because I knew I couldn't make it up that hill. I played it off. I said, well, I'm going to my car. Anyway, I'm just showing y'all that this is just some different things in Atlanta, y'all. That's all. It's still in Atlanta on the Brayshaw Brook case that I'm on. Filming, covering the story. This really is history making, y'all. This is the largest militia, even in the United States. What is that? You a part of this already. Nobody is to point their weapon at anybody until we get. After that, it's all we fall. I don't give a fuck. Until every motherfucker you get. Y'all ready? That's me coming down the line, y'all. So I'm getting. So here I go. That's the back of me, y'all. That's me walking down there. And I'm covering the story. There I go again. And I'm not realizing, y'all see me stand up there. I'm not supposed to be right there. I didn't know that, y'all. But anyhow, they were nice to me. They didn't say nothing. Do Black people have the right to bear arms? The Second Amendment. Why are we treated differently? Everybody turn to the right. Security, airway formation. Shooter, stand by. I'm going to throw you up in 60 seconds. You ready? On the Grandmaster tape. Yeah, that's the Ray Shaw. Let me show y'all Ray Shaw. He was shot in the back. That's his case right here in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where we were at, on Stone Mountain, Georgia. Yeah. So Rayshard Brooks, that case right there was settled real quick because when Impact came to town, they settled that case. They did not want all these Black men in their cities with all them guns, okay? So now we're going to go to I'm going to go to when we were in Lafayette, Louisiana. First, I want y'all to see this. Now, we went to Lafayette, Louisiana. It was Trey for Pellerin. This all in doing the thing. Now, we're still talking about, do black people have the right to assemble? Do we have the right to gather like that? They act like we didn't. Do y'all know how many cops came, how many ambulance came through there? When we get together like that, they have them everywhere. They have them flying over your head in the helicopter. They have them all on top of the roof. Cops be all on top of the roof, y'all. Just because we exercising our Second Amendment right, and just because we congregating, they treat us differently. Yeah, they have helicopters. They be all over your head when we be assembling. Well, anyway, we went to we back and forth now between Breonna Taylor and Trey Pellerin. Yeah, that's the one got shot in the back when he was going in the store. This is Louisiana. Just shot the man while he going in the store in the back. And then you had the other one I was telling y'all about. His name is Ronald Green. Ronald Green is the one that they drugged with the car, right? And killed him. But anyhow, while we were standing up there, I'm just trying to get y'all set the stage. While we were standing up there getting ready to hear different speakers come on and hear the different parents that sons and daughters had been killed by police to speak, some white supremacists came over there, y'all, in our crowd. Now, y'all know they always got to deputize somebody. They deputized these little white boys to come mess with us. But what happened was that they were not in a Martin Luther King camp. They was in a camp where everybody don't turn the cheek. So they went about 6 or 8 of them came over there. Then they started throwing firecrackers in the group. So one boy was arrested, and this man, he little drunk, but he trying to explain to everybody that it was a setup, that the black guy did not throw no firecrackers in the crowd. Now, y'all got to see it to know what I'm talking about. But here we go. But we're standing up there. You're watching the Trey Pellerin case that we're on. Trey Pellerin was the man that they shot him when he was in the back while he was going into the store. And then the other young man, oh, Lord, his name keeps slipping my tongue. That's the one they said had a car wreck when actually they had killed him and drugged him in the car. Ronald Green. So this is actually October 2020. We're in the middle of the pandemic, y'all. In the middle of the pandemic. This is in the middle of going back. I am going back and forth with Breonna Taylor. If you're walking away, you need to come back. And Breonna Taylor and these cases right here. And don't forget the Ahmaud Arbery case. We were down there in Georgia with that also. Yeah, that was us gathering at the trade. This right here is a speech. When was America great?
A lot of y'all say this happened in the hands of the police. People getting shot, they don't know what to tell you what happened. People getting brutalized, they lying about what happened to them, saying he died in the car accident, but the boys are beating death to me. Karma is a motherfucker, isn't it? The way you lie is the way you die. Say the boy hit a tree, and then the person who killed him, he died by hitting the tree. Did you know that? You see, when it's our time, it doesn't make a difference what color your skin is if you ignore the history that we have in this country. Black people have been oppressed, depressed, marginalized, lied on, copied off of, and handed a raw fucking deal for almost 250 years in this country. Somebody said they wanted to make America great again. Nah. What they meant by make America great was when it was great for them, but fucked up for Was it great doing Reconstruction? Hell no, we burned all our shit. Was it great doing Jim Crow? No, we couldn't even come in the front door. Was it great during the 70s when we started to get our shit together? No, because then they hit us in the 80s with crap. Maybe it was in the 90s when everything was great because they figured out how they could make money off our rap music and turn it into negative shit that brainwashes our kids now and say y'all ain't got no goddamn morals because you're programmed by the music that's not controlled by us. Maybe it happened in 2000 after 9/11 and they snatched all our goddamn liberties and then they tell you when to go to bed, when to wake up, what you can and can't do. Maybe it was then. No, it wasn't then. No. Maybe it was shit it never was. They ain't never been great for black people in this country. Stop telling us that goddamn lie. And don't act like it happened so long ago. It was only 156 years ago. That's 2 lifetimes. You can't fix 400 years of fucking people over in 150 years. They tell me that people like job, they lost their job because of quarantine. That's interesting. We work for free. We work for free for 246 years. We should get a job, not have to look for one. Every black person should be given a job. Why? Because you work for free for so fucking long. Let us work now and pay us. Then we talk about the ones that say, well, you know, we helped build this place. You didn't help build shit. You were enslaved. There's a difference. When I help build something, I benefit from it equally. But when you beat me, rape my women and my men, scatter us around, destroy my culture, and then brainwash us after we erase everything we knew about ourselves. And anytime we try to stand up and arm ourselves, anytime we try to get organized, anytime we try to show some backbone, anytime we want to love on ourselves, don't mean we hate you, we just love ourselves. Motherfuckers got a problem with that. You got a problem with that. So guess what? We changed the game on you. You see, marching didn't work. Singing and shit didn't work. Holding hands didn't work. Being kumbaya didn't work. They didn't pay no attention to that shit because they still kept on killing us, didn't they? They still started saying the wall was guilty, but the girl that got killed, now we don't know about that. You see? Y'all saw that shit, right? So apparently, we had to change up the game. We fight fire. We're fighting. I or not. You take out one of ours, we take out 10 of yours.
Yeah, y'all. We gotta start standing up. Yeah, the right to assembly, y'all. We didn't have that right now. Don't think that right when we were standing up there, that it was not without conflict. Yeah, all we were doing was coming together, trying to get attention on all these police brutality cases during the pandemic, y'all. And they act like we didn't have those rights to do that. We were labeled. Y'all saw that? We were labeled with being terrorists, hate groups, everything. You name, we were labeled for trying to get attention on this Breonna Taylor case and Trey Pellerin case, all those cases. I'm finna close it, but I just want to tell y'all what happened to these people. It's going to be a part 2 and 3. All these men that were going around trying to do something about all this police brutalities, they've been put in jail. Mainly Grandmaster Jay on a gun charge. I showed y'all that yesterday. They got him and they got Ozone. We're gonna do Ozone tomorrow. They got that man right there in prison. That man right there worked the Breonna Taylor case, y'all. They got him in prison too. Now this is gonna be my last one. This what happened to him. This what happened to Grandmaster Jay. They put him in jail for that Breonna Taylor case for going down there. Now it was millions and millions of dollars is what they really mad at that man for. Because during the Kentucky Derby, all of us went down there. Now I'm not part of them. I was covering the story. Well, I went down there with them on that Breonna Taylor case, down there during the Kentucky Derby. They stopped it. The casino and the Kentucky Derbies, where they make millions and millions of dollars in that state, and they couldn't do it because you had 500 black men and women standing right up there. We were standing right up there at that fence, right at the Kentucky Derby, right at that gate. Nobody can come in. They had to close the Kentucky Derby down and the casino down. So they lost a lot of money. They really did. And that was when that mayor said, well, we better try to do something, even ain't nothing but fool the people that we're going to do something about Breonna Taylor. Yeah. All right, y'all can see what happened to Grandmaster Jay.
Militia group now tied to Louisville could spend more than 20 years in prison. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Tom Lally. A jury convicted John Johnson, better known as Grandmaster Jay, of assaulting, resisting, or impeding officers during the protests in 2020. Some wonder why these specific charges were chosen and what they'll mean for his sentencing. The WHAS 11 night team's Ford Sanders finds out.
The conviction rate in U.S. District Court is not good for defendants. Generally, the conviction rate exceeds 90%.
Grandmaster Jay, now a part of that statistic. He faced 2 counts after being indicted in December 2020. One was assaulting, resisting, or impeding officers engaged in official duty, as well as brandishing a firearm in relation to a crime of violence.
There are basically 3 levels of punishment in this statute. Level 1 is a misdemeanor. Level 2 is up to 8 years. He got the enhanced penalty of up to 20 years because this enhanced penalty requires whoever in the commission of acts described in subsection A uses a deadly or dangerous weapon.
Thomas Clay is...
Y'all hear that? They trying to get that man 20 years. They trying to get that man 20 years. Y'all saw where he had the gun pointed up that way? That's what they trying to get that man 20 years for, Grandmaster Jay. Don't tell me this to America. Do black people have the right to bear arms to the Second Amendment? You don't even hear none of those gun rifle clubs. None of them coming to this man's rescue. That's out of the Breonna Taylor case. That was when we were down there with Breonna Taylor, when he was leaving. He was leaving and he heard something and he looked up on the roof. And so they're saying that policemen was up there on that roof. That's what they're saying. Yeah, we don't have the right. So, yeah, he in prison, y'all. Yeah. And part 2 going to be with the other 2. Now, all these people tied into the Breonna Taylor. I'm not through talking about Breonna Taylor, y'all. It's some more stuff y'all need to know about. But I'm going to get to that tomorrow. I'm finna close it out with Arian. Yeah, let's close it out with Arian. Yeah. Now, Arian went live, y'all. Y'all know Arian was going to go live. That was because Arian went live because of everybody else went live. You had Mel walking the street, walking in New York Fashion Fair. So she knows she's going to go live too. But anyway, on her live, she's in New York, not New York. She's in Dayton. She's in Dayton, Ohio. And I'm just going to show y'all her son is doing the same thing. He's up there tearing up a mama house, going in a purse, getting over to the liquor bottle. And that just Arian just being the same old Arian. That's all, y'all. I'm just going to show y'all her. But she is in Dayton, Ohio, visiting. She says she's visiting. She's not. Here she go. Now it's going. You got to look. Now it's going to get over to the beer. That liquor bottle, y'all. Y'all look at the liquor bottle. Y'all see that liquor bottle? She knows she let that boy drink. She gave him drinks allegedly. Look at her. He trying to drink some liquor, but she don't want a little secret to come out. She let that boy drink liquor allegedly. But y'all hear how he's breathing though. What if he got asthma or something? But oh Lord, she had tears in her eyes over that damn dog. They done shaved that dog hair.
Next week, just like me. Thank you.
Something wrong with this lady, man. Anyway, I'm just gonna show y'all that Knox got old. Y'all didn't see that real quick. She don't be watching Knox, but Knox got old to some liquor, y'all, out her purse. And she snatched them real well. She snatched them up. She snatched that liquor quick. But I be wondering if that girl be letting that boy drink. You know, it's just something else. This girl something else. I can't see why Martell can't see what this girl is. Her mothering is something else, y'all. So now she's saying that Knox is potty trained, but he's standing up there full of BM, y'all. I'm just putting her up there. And Cuff, that's her son.
Break down. Knox look just like me. Thank you. Come here, Knox. I got a little bump breaker too. What was it?
Who cares, Aaron?
That's what y'all keep on saying because y'all know this every goddamn thing. Come here, Ho.
Everything on the floor in the world. Look at hey. Good job.
Yes. No.
Come here.
So she just staring at that son. It's in my room.
That was
Anyway, y'all, I'm just showing y'all she ain't doing nothing but looking up at the camera and letting Knox tear up her mama's house, girl. I mean, she just sitting there. And her definition of being potty trained is different from everybody else potty trained. He's sitting up there with BM on him right now, and she just say he's stinking, but he potty trained. But I guess her definition of potty trained is different from everybody else. But she sits up there and let that boy tear her mama house up. That mama up there calling her, talking, yeah, he throwing stuff all on the floor, Arian. He eating lip gloss, Arian. He was eating that lip gloss and saying, yeah. But did y'all notice that baby breathing? I don't know if he got asthma or what, but the baby breathing it don't sound good. But anyway, I'm going to read this and then I'm gonna close it and come back tomorrow. I say 4 people on here. I don't know how to read that. They say 4 people. That's all I got on here. I got more than 4. Anyway, Nosy Rosie Graham, Alma, you are speaking truth about that word color. I never gave my children white dolls only that look like them. Yeah, we got to instill self-love into our children. It's not about hating another race, y'all. It's about instilling self-love into your children first. And now they get older. My kids, they got, they hang out with white friends. But my thing is, I have to train. It's my job to teach them self-love first. To love yourself first. That's my job. Nosy Graham said, "Oh my, I remember that was so hurting to see that those kids, though, that the white dog was the nice one." Yeah. Yes, they did. That's come from being colorblind. You can't teach your children. You got to just teach them with the facts. Just teach them with the facts. That's all. It ain't going to hurt them. All right, y'all. I'm finna go, and I thank y'all very much. I did put my email. If anybody want a book, it's in the description. And, I thank everybody. And hit that like button, share, and subscribe, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, okay? Good day.